That way we don't forget for our friends at home that cannot make it. Happy Monday. I love Mondays because Mondays mean friend Curtis. Spotlight. There you are. Am I up? Am I down? It's like Brady Bunch. Curtis,
I am here.
thank you so much for joining us and our growth call today. We do this every Monday for our associates in the region, and it is one of my most favorite things we get to do. It's a little bit of fun, it's a little bit of education, social media, and things just to get them ahead in their business. So I met you guys before, but then I re-met you guys at James Shaw when he was on Cape, and I was like, oh, this is what we need. This is like a missing piece in what we're doing. And after so many conversations you and I have, we think about gratitude the same way. So today you and I are talking about the attitude of gratitude and how thanking someone is such a huge thing, even though it's such a small thing. It really is. So welcome. Why don't you introduce yourself real quick and then we'll kick this off.
Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Curtis Lucy. I authored this book. I wrote this book about 12 years ago now called Appreciation Marketing. You have it right there. How to achieve greatness through gratitude. And then about 6 years ago, I launched a system that goes along with the philosophies and the principles that we teach in the book called AM cards. AM stands for Appreciation Marketing. And at the core of it, we're not just cards, we're more than cards, we're relationships. And I think that's the reason why Brooke and we resonated when we talked. She vetted this out quite a bit. We had several conversations before this call, and she really wanted me to understand, just share the importance of showing up in people's lives. See, you don't get a lead. Well, you get a lead. I'm sorry. You get a lead, but you don't just get a referral. You earn a referral, and you earn referrals by who you are and how you're showing up in people's lives. Does that make sense? You
It
earn
makes
a referral by who
sense.
you are and how you're showing up in people's lives. So what we're going to talk about today is the kind of auditing how you're showing up in people's lives, and then also putting some automations behind showing that you care, because showing that you care is the number one reason why people are going to come back to do business again or refer you business.
And it's so funny because like I highlighted this. So in my car, I'm waiting for the pick up the kids or do something. And page 6, it said the truth is not saying thank you does more damage than actually saying damage does you good. And now that's been like highlighted for a year on this. Like just oh my God. And I was like, it's so hard sometimes to say thank you. And I think sometimes our agents overthink this. I mean, I'm not going to make you raise your hands, but I know who you are in the crowd. They overthink something as simple as writing their gratitude down, and that fear, that prolong the waiting. Just do it. And if you don't do it, apologize and do it anyway. So I want everybody to do this one exercise before we get talking. I want you to grab a piece of paper and I want you to write down one person you forgot to thank recently. Just one. Thank one person. Who is someone you went, ooh, big, small, in betweeny? Who is someone you should have thanked recently? And then the other person is, who is someone you should thank today? And I want you just to keep those two names on a piece of paper today as we go over these things in the next 10, 11 minutes, because it's really important to say thank you and do it in a way that sticks out and that's genuine. And I think that's the other thing where agents are so scared to say thank you when they think they don't have a reason to say thank you, especially if they haven't been in production yet. I got to tell you, I keep on my thank you cards. Oh, I just got this one today. And I keep them, I use them as bookmarks. I keep them on my bulletin board. I keep all the silly cards I get that are non-holiday. Because y'all, if you've been in my classes, you know how I feel about glitter. We don't do glitter here. We don't do glitter on cards, okay? So, Curtis, in this
Yes.
book, it's all about gratitude and how to deploy gratitude. You also have some pretty hysterical titles of your chapters. There's one that's called The Puker, and that one was hilarious to me. I'm going to let your friends here read the book after. I'm not going to give up the details. That is a spoiler alert, but I got to tell you, I opened this and when I read it, I laughed out loud like I barked. Like I laugh barked. It was amazing. But what I want you to dig into is the emotion of reciprocity and why writing thank you cards will always win in this business. Oops, I just lost signal for a sec. There we go. Sorry. Oop.
You want me to jump in?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome. Well, one of the main reasons my background is before starting AM Cards, years ago, I worked for a company called Cintas Corporation. And some of you guys know who they are. They supply businesses with everything from toilet paper, air fresheners, soaps. They provide a service. And I was going every door, every store, and every floor in New Haven, Connecticut. My boss actually came down from the Boston area. And amazing. It was a great opportunity to learn amongst a multi-billion-dollar company. And what I realized is that the account just gets turned over to customer service. And then there's no follow up on my end. I was treated to look at people as dollar signs and decimal points. I was only as good as my last sale, but that wasn't who I was at my core. And so what I started doing was doing my own follow-up, staying in touch. And then I started generating a ton of referrals from within the company, as well as some of my past customers. And then I realized I could work half the amount of time and make more money. And that was like the magic, and not having to cold call and knock on doors. And there's a lot of translation over into the real estate industry, of course. So I just realized that showing up in somebody's mailbox versus showing up in somebody's inbox is the difference between being remembered and being deleted. And when you show up in somebody's mailbox, it is powerful. And I'm going to share with you guys AM Cards in a little bit, but I don't care if you guys actually, I do care. I would love to have you guys all as my customers. Let's be serious. However, whether you either go to Walgreens, Walmart, or use my service, at the end of this training, I want you to make sure that you guys are doing something because of the power of this. And we're going to jump back and forth, and I will share in just a minute why it's so powerful. I just want to flip it back to you, and then I'll be happy because I know that I'll be happy to keep going.
Oh, you and I could talk for hours with everyone. Our conversation's been so great. But another thing that came out of this book, and I'm pretty sure you have a code for them for something after, but we'll get to that. It said in there, you hang up the phone, you delete the email, and you're forgotten, but you send a handwritten card or a card and it's kept. And somebody put right in the chat, I keep all my thank you cards in a basket so I can read them on the days that I need them. Mm-hmm. I love that, Melissa. I love that. I love that. I love that because some days we need those kind reminders that we're doing the right thing.
Can you screenshot that for me? Where did I see that? Because that is an awesome.
I got it.
Please, that's amazing. I mean, because it really does make you feel good, and that's one of the things that we talk about when we. If you guys could just carve out one thing out of this training, I might as well go ahead and get it out front and just say it now. And we talk about appreciation marketing, and people's like, well, what is it? Is it just saying thank you? It's more than that. It's really touching people where it matters the most, and that's in their heart, and bringing you to the top of the list because you care. Because the number one reason why somebody's not going to come back to do business again or refer you business is a fancy word. It's called perceived indifference. And it's just a fancy way of saying they don't think that you actually care. So when you show that you care, you go to the top of the list, and it's not Mark the realtor, it's Mark my realtor. It's not Lorraine the realtor, it's Lorraine my realtor. Whether you've done business with them or not, it's so powerful when you do these types of things. And like you said, hilarious chapter titles. For instance, chapter 5 of our book is called Chocolate Frosted Dog Crap.
It's so good.
And the reason why we wanted it to be impactful, so much so we actually had another word for it, but we were advised not to use that if we wanted to go to the corporate world. So I still think we should have. But anyway, especially in the Northeast, it goes over a lot better than down here in the South. But so, and I grew up in upstate New York. I grew up near Saratoga Springs. I went to school at Sacred Heart University, played baseball there in Fairfield, Connecticut. So I was a New Englander for quite a while. And Now I'm down here in Orlando area, but chocolate frosted dog crap is simply this, is that when you're reaching out to show appreciation and gratitude and recognizing maybe a life event, somebody had a baby or it's their birthday, and you're sending a card to them and you put at the bottom, P.S. The greatest compliment in the world is a warm referral. Or, oh, by the way, I'm never too busy for your referrals. And I know there's a lot of trainers that say never miss out on the opportunity. I believe that there's a time and a place to ask for the business. And when you're like shedding light on a life event or celebrating their life with a birthday, and you do that, it's like putting frosting on dog crap and calling it chocolate cake. It's not. From afar, it looks like chocolate cake until it gets in front of you. You open up the card, you read it. Oh, this is so great. Look what Brooke sent me. And at the bottom, it's boom, it hits you. It smells. It's insincere. It's crap. It goes in the garbage. It's what we call sending out poopaganda. And so what we say is that there's a time and a place to show appreciation and gratitude. Just don't mix the messages because it comes off as being insincere and disingenuous. And if you're thinking like, well, I don't necessarily believe in that. Well, put yourself in the receiver's shoes. We all receive stuff. During the holidays, when somebody sends you a holiday card and you open up and business cards fall out.
Or glitter.
You can feel. Does that just make you want to pick up the business cards and say, I can't wait to go to the next cocktail party and just hand them out? No, it doesn't. And so that's one of the things that we just share is like, okay, what can you do? Make an appointment with yourself. If you're going to take a note right now, this is what I want you to do in the next 7 days. Here's a challenge for you. I want you to put in your calendar, make it your one thing that you're going to do for 20 minutes. I just want you to carve out 20 minutes and type in appreciation marketing. All right. And now here's what you're going to do. You're going to say, okay, what do I do in that 20 minutes? Here's what you do. As you're going through social media, all right, and you see a life event, somebody has their first grandbaby, I want you to screenshot it on your phone and email it to yourself. When you see somebody just graduated from college or somebody's just having surgery, screenshot it, email it to yourself. When you show up to that appointment with yourself with appreciation marketing, make it be your one thing. Go into your email, grab those pictures, edit them, whatever you can, upload them onto a card, or don't even do that. If you're not going to use our service, then just at least grab some cards and handwrite a card. Hey, I noticed that you just had your first baby. Congratulations. It's amazing. Hop on Amazon, buy a gift and type in the little message at the bottom, a little note for them and drop them a $10 gift. It will go so far. But in that time, you do this consistently and repeatedly over time, watch your referral and your repeat business explode without even asking for the business. Don't just ask for the business, deserve it. And how do you deserve it? You show up in their life with energy and with a smile.
You know, and this is guys, when we talk about top of mind marketing, when we talk about, you hear Jason Abrams and all these, our coaches say emotional proximity. You've heard me in the classes, you've heard me in the tech, I'll say it, stop barfing real estate. Somebody else talks about puking too. It's just not me, right? But we've got to stop barfing what we know on people, and we've got to start valuing relationships and allowing them into our lives, but highlighting the things that are important to them without asking for anything back, because this yin-yang relationship will come full circle. It may not be instant, but you never know. It may be. You may be hitting that emotional life cycle of something they need at that time. And that's why this is so important. Do not put that sticker on the back that says, oh, by the way, I'm always here for your referrals. Don't do it. Put a little piece of tape instead. Fight temptation. I know it's difficult, but fight the temptation. Just be human and write the envelope, please.
And we're not saying don't ask for referrals. There's a time and a place. So let's just give you a quick example. And I know there's a lot of other trainings and other places that you've heard before. I'm just going to just share this. I truly believe in asking for referrals big time. How about right after the closing goes smooth, or even if it doesn't go smooth, you were there for them. You help them through the entire way. When they get done and they're ecstatic, that's when you want to make sure that you capture that review. Okay. Making sure that they're writing a review for you. Ask them to write possibly a testimonial letter, or you write it for them on your letterhead and ask them if they can okay it. Then print it out and put it in your brag book so you can leave it with your next listing appointment so they can read them all. They can see what's going on. But, after that thing, ask them, say, hey, as I work primarily on referrals, and it means the world to me. And I just wanted to ask your permission to stay in touch with you in the future. Like, I usually do check-in calls about every 90 days or so. Would it be okay if I called you just in the event you happen to meet somebody at church or somebody at work? And it would mean a lot to me. Yeah, sure, no problem. Call me. Now you got permission. Now you're asking for that referral. And when you're calling them, it's not like, hey, how's little Johnny doing in baseball? Yeah, is Allison still in gymnastic? That's great. Oh, by the way, do you know anybody looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? It's like, I've had those calls before. Okay, when's it coming? When's it
Right?
coming?
I don't want them to fear seeing
Like,
you pop up on their screen and they go,
well, everybody has their own approach. I'm not saying an approach is better than no approach.
it
Like,
is.
and so go with what makes you feel. And that's what I love the Keller Williams and all you guys' trainings that goes, it's really led with the heart. And it's really led in, like when COVID hit and you guys were doing care calls, there was some people that got some serious business just from checking in on people, not even asking for a business. But what
Agree.
these
And
cards do, by the way, why these cards are so important is that cards lead to conversations. And conversations lead to opportunities. And opportunities lead to closed business, commission checks, bank accounts. Like,
I
so
love it.
that's why I love what we do so much.
And it's so important to just, and I hope you stick around for this whole thing when we give away everything out, because
Yeah.
part of what we're going to talk about in our script today is connecting with vendors. And if you're
Mm.
not sure who to reach out to in your data bank, because we've all taken the class now, we have data banks, right, guys? So vendors are a great way to start if you don't know where to start, because you're usually referring people who you've done business with. Be gracious about how they helped you, and then you may see referrals from your vendors as well. All right, Curtis, gosh, I appreciate you so much. What are we giving away from you today? So we have a big
Okay. So
package, and then we have
yeah,
something
so
for everyone.
we have a business package, and what we do, it's $295. And the $295, by the way, for the first 4 years, it only came with the membership and access to get started. When I do some live events, I do some different promotions like at a Bold or an ALC event or something like this. But I'll tell you, the 295 package, we just reevaluated literally 2 weeks ago when I first had the call with Brooke. And what we're doing is we're putting together a 5 card post sale drip campaign. So imagine that you sell a home and immediately they get a thank you card. Congratulations. 90 days later, it's a check-in call. How are you doing? Just wanted to remind you that I have a vendor list. If you need anybody to help you, please let me know. I have people that I trust, and just checking and adding value. At 6 months, you're sending them a card saying that, Cam, you believe it's already been 6 months since you've been in your home, and I just want to thank you in advance for always thinking about me when it comes to referrals. It really means the world to me. Just something like that. They're going to get a birthday card. They're going to get an inspirational card and a happy home anniversary card. So they'll get 5 cards over the course of the
Five
next
touches.
year. Five touches
5 touches.
with real cards in their mailbox. And by the way, it costs you a whopping $10 to do that. We'll design the cards, we'll write the copy, and on top of that, we're going to do branding for you. Put it on the back of the card, so your headshot almost look like a glorified business card. But on the back of the card, where Hallmark usually goes, or American Greetings, or AM cards, we remove all of that and put your professional branded on the back. So it's for the agent that knows it's really important to do this type of stuff. They're just spinning a lot of plates. They're busy. It's $1,000 value that we give for $295. It's on our website, amcards.com. We have people sign up for it every single day. We're going to give away a package for free. And then I have another opportunity for people that says, I love this. $295 is not something I'm willing to go with right now, but I would like to put my toe in the water, test it out, and send some cards. We have an option to waive the entire $295 as well.
So you're going to
But we're
waive
going
the
to
295.
yeah. So, and just start with the membership, and I'll go over the value of that in just a little bit. The value is hard to explain unless I demo it. So I'm going to actually go inside of AM cards.
Yes,
One
you
of
have
the,
2 minutes. You
one,
have 2 minutes.
okay, great.
We
Let's
got to
do
go over the growth call stuff.
Okay, great. So I'm going to demo this real quick, because the one person I wrote down is I got to send Brooke a card to thank her for the opportunity to be on this call. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go into AM cards, And notice how this works. You can actually include all of your own signatures in here. You can put your spouse, put your kids. If you have kids, teach them gratitude. If you have business partners, you just sign it on a tablet and then it automatically shows up in here. You can import your database right in here, your contacts, put birthdays in here, automate your birthdays for all of October. Have all your birthdays scheduled today. It goes out 5 days before the birthday. We have a quick little video shows you how to do it. It's simple. If you can send an email with an attachment, you can send an AM card. It's that simple. So I'm going to go in. We have all different types of cards, like 65 ways to help your home sell faster. Put it on a drip campaign. There's 3 different cards. They might not think about polishing their door handle or doorknob or painting their mailbox. We have a lot of fun different cards in here as well. So I'm going to go to, let's see, all. And we have, I like this one, just for the record, you're awesome. This is one of my favorite cards to send. And then on the inside of the card, we can upload and put all kinds of pictures in here. I just took a screenshot of our Zoom call today.
Great. I look petrified. Thanks.
I'll have to take another one. So I just threw that in the inside. But imagine putting a house on the front of the house and say on the front of the card and say, I appreciate the opportunity to earn your business after a listing appointment, or happy home anniversary. So type the quick little message already. I'm going to change the color because I only have 20 minutes to show you this.
And guys, if you have iPads or tablets, you can handwrite this on a blank document and send it into and put it on. That's how
Let me show you the back of the card. We just did branding for somebody. Well, this person's not in Keller Williams. However, I'll just show you quickly what the possibility is. Like, this was his branding that we put together for him, and we laid it all out. And so that was a nice professionally branded feel. I'm not going to send that one. I'm going to put my own branding that's on the back and pop that on the back of the card. Okay, you can put whatever you want. And then we also have all kinds of gifts. And by the way, we're going to add back on next week. I just got an email back. We should be able to get them. We have millionaire real estate investor, millionaire real estate agent, the one thing, all as books that you can send. And especially leadership here for recruiting and stuff. That's very, very powerful. We have a lot of agents that are using that. I'm going to send 6 gourmet fudge brownies because these are absolutely delicious. And then I know that Brooke, this is not her address. I'll replace this with her actual address. I know it's in my email. I just don't remember the actual street address. So I'm going to send it, and then I have till midnight to go back in and edit this. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to click on send card, and it's done. That card will be printed, stuffed, stamped, boxed up with 6 gourmet fudge brownies and in the mail tomorrow. The power of this, though, let me just share with you, is creating a couple of drip campaigns. And some of them we already have in our system. Other ones for the $295 package, we'll actually be able to build them out and put it in the system for you. But to have this in your back pocket is super powerful. And the membership is $39 a month. And we bonus 20 cards a month. And if you run out, it's $2 a card, including postage. I mean, you can't go to the store and get a card for $2, including the postage and the time and the effort and the gas and all that stuff. And you can customize it, which is amazing. So I do have a link that's going to be able to waive the entire $295. So you guys can just give it a shot. And I'll put it in the chats here in just a second if you guys would like to give that a shot. But at the end of the day, if you're not using AM cards, still show up to that appointment that you're going to do for the appreciation marketing and go to Walmart, go to Walgreens, go to Amazon, go buy a bunch of cards. The downside to that is the time. And then the other thing is they have a baby, you might want a card that says congratulations on your baby girl. And we have that. If there's a sympathy card you need to send, we have that. So it's kind of not every card you send is a thank you card. So we have that as well. So I'll flip it back to you, and then please let me know if there's anything else. So stick on. We're going to do our stuff. We're going to show off all the stuff we have for this week. Thank you. And then we'll give it away. So guys, we'll go over the stuff real quick for you this week. Cassie, do you have me? Oh, I love you so much. All right. We are still talking about vendors at a high level. Next slide, please. There you go. So, memory jogger, we started talking about things. Who do you know that does what? So, this is your script. Hey, it's Brooke with Keller Williams, and I'm in the process of creating a list of preferred business partners, blah, 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 blah. You see what it does. Since I frequently have clients that ask me for a great dentist, landscapers, etc. Great. I'd like to establish these professional referral partnerships and help grow each other's business.
Guys, I'm not going to read the whole thing because you get it. You can do this on Facebook, two-way messaging, email, handwritten, voice. Get it out there. Build that vendor list. Guys, get your plow people up and running right now. There's your biggest hint, because they'll be booked up by the end of October, early November. Let's pray to God we don't get snow by then. All right, for Tuesday, we've got the fall foliage. For New England, this may be the most wonderful time of the year. It is. It's magic in the fall. Fall foliage on hyperdrive in the next few weeks. Where is your favorite place in New England to peep the change? And then don't forget your hashtags, because people who search by leaf peeping may see that. And then continuing with our vocab, it's a did you know? So real estate vocabulary, which is an estate sale. So an estate sale is the sale of a property of a recently deceased homeowner with the purpose of liquidating the home and all the assets in it. Again, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this is a lot of people, estate sales are huge, and there are companies that will come out and do this for you. So I think this is a great one to put out there. Again, don't forget your hashtags. And then this or that. I love these. I'm seeing so much movement, you guys, back and forth. And don't forget, put in your command. So this week's this or that for Thursday is fall nostalgia on repeat. What's your favorite pastime or preferable activity with the kiddos this fall season? Are you team corn maze or team hayride? Let me know where you love to do it for bonus points. So I am not anything to do with hay anymore with these allergies, let me tell you, but I love doing all this stuff. So make sure to get that information out to your social media crew and build your vendor lists. And one more quick thing, don't forget, as your clients go into your command data bank, remember there's a field that says what they do for work, a title, and where they work. You have a vendor list already. You just have to tap into it. And if you're not sure what they do and they were buyers, guess what? The mortgage people they worked with do, because they have to put that on a credit app. Talk to your mortgage people. All right, guys. There's a lot of resources this week. So we're going to give away that branding package Curtis talked about. Cassie, do you have our...
Yes.
All right.
All right. So number 51 this week, and that is going to Ryan Raymond out of KW Legacy Partners.
Ryan,
are you on the call?
I am on. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
hello. Is this your first growth call?
First in a long time, like since the first couple calls, yeah.
Great. Well, welcome back. We're excited to have you. What's one thing you're going to deploy in your business today?
The social media. Last week I did it, like I got the email and set it all up on Tuesday for the entire week through command. So I'm going to do that as soon as we hang up on this call.
I love hearing that. And you're putting all that stuff back in command, right?
Yeah, I do it through
Okay.
command. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Cassie will reach out to you after the call to connect and help connect you with Curtis to make sure you get all that. Guys,
Awesome.
Every Monday, we are so excited. Tag a friend. I love having all of you on here and bringing all this content. Cassie and I just love giving stuff away too. That's the best part. Curtis, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate your time on here, and we will see you next Monday on the Zoomies. Make sure you go show some gratitude to those in your life today. Grateful for you, Cass.
You too, Brooke. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
I'll put that link up in the growth call too, guys.
Awesome. Thank you again, Brooke.
It was so nice seeing you.
That was
That's
a lot
the
of fun.
fastest half hour in my world.
It goes so quick. But you know what? By you sticking to that time, that's very important. That's powerful.
It is. Hi, Lorraine. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. I wanted to say to Curtis, I have AM cards. I use them. So can I still take it?
Can you still take advantage of